We have to be very careful about how we interpret what we read, especially the Bible. And I'll tell you why. When I research these secret societies, and I research the Bible, and by the way, I'm a Christian, so if you're a Christian, don't think I'm knocking your religion. I'm not. I'm just telling you what I've found. I have found that at the very heart and core of all these secret societies lurks the Kabbalah. The Kabbalah is the ancient Jewish mysticism. It is a method of encoding information through a system of mathematics and numbers. It is some of the most ancient knowledge that man has ever possessed and has been kept secret and given only to those who have proven themselves worthy through the process of initiation. Nobody knows where it comes from. I can tell you this, it was there long before the Jews came along. The Jews just took it and preserved it, and they passed it down, and it's used by everybody. Because it's at the heart and core of the secret knowledge, the metaphysics, the real science that none of us know anything about. These people that belong to the secret societies never dared to write down in any language what they knew, what it was that they were guarding, because then someone could steal it and then the secret would be out. So they devised secret systems of encoding the secrets of the ages, the knowledge, the hidden knowledge, the occult. Now, occult doesn't mean evil. It doesn't mean the devil. It doesn't mean Satan. Occult means hidden. It means hidden. That's all it means. So they took this knowledge and they made it occult through a system of encoding, encryption, one of which is mathematics, numbers. Another is architecture. Everybody wonder, why do they have a fraternal organization called the Freemasons? Aren't those the guys that build walls? You bet they do. And every wall they build contains the secrets that have been kept and maintained throughout the ages, and it's encoded in the architecture and in the measurements of the buildings and in the mathematical formulas used to derive the geometry, the shape, the length and breadth and height of rooms. It's all encoded there.
We're not supposed to be up here. Looking at that.
Just wanted to know.
Well, you're old enough, I suppose. You should know the story.
What was the secret?
A treasure. A treasure beyond all imagining. A treasure that had been fought over for centuries by tyrants, pharaohs, emperors, warlords. And every time it changed hands, it grew larger. And then suddenly, it vanished. It didn't reappear for more than 1,000 years, when knights from the First Crusade discovered secret vaults beneath the Temple of Solomon. You see, the knights who found the vaults believed that the treasure was too great for any one man. Not even a king. They brought the treasure back to Europe and took the name, the Knights Templar. Over the next century, they smuggled it out of Europe, and they formed a new brotherhood called the Freemasons in honor of the builders of the Great Temple. They devised a series of clues and maps to its location. Over time, the clues were lost or forgotten, until only one remained. The Freemasons, among our founding fathers, left us clues like these. The unfinished pyramid, the all-seeing eye, symbols of the Knights Templar, guardians of the treasure. They're speaking to us through these.
You mean laughing at us? You know what that dollar represents? The entire Gates family fortune. 6 generations of fools. Chasing after fool's gold.
It's not about the money, Patrick. It's never been about the money.
Tudo começou há mais de 1000 anos, quando o rei da França conquistou a cidade santa de Jerusalém. Essa cruzada foi uma das maiores da história. Na verdade, foi orquestrada por uma sociedade secreta, o Priorado de Sião e os Cavaleiros Templários.
Mas os Templários foram criados para proteger a Terra Santa.
Era um disfarce. A invasão seria para encontrar um artefato, perdido desde a época de Cristo. Um artefato pelo qual a igreja mataria para conseguir.
E eles encontraram esse tesouro?
Digamos o seguinte: um dia os Templários pararam de procurar. Abandonaram a Terra Santa e foram direto para Roma. Se chantagearam o Papa ou se a igreja comprou o silêncio deles, ninguém sabe. Mas o fato é que o Papa declarou que os Cavaleiros Templários tinham poder ilimitado. Por volta de 1300, os Templários eram muito poderosos, uma grande ameaça. Então o Vaticano emitiu ordens secretas para serem abertas simultaneamente em toda a Europa. O Papa declarava que os Cavaleiros Templários eram adoradores do demônio e que Deus o incumbira de limpar a terra desses hereges. Os Templários foram praticamente exterminados. O dia era 13 de outubro de 1307, uma sexta-feira.
Sexta-feira 13.
O Papa mandou tropas para confiscar o tesouro do Priorado, mas não encontrou nada. Os poucos cavaleiros do Priorado sobreviventes fugiram. E a busca pelo artefato sagrado recomeçou.
Que artefato? Eu nunca ouvi falar de nada disso.
É claro que sim. Quase todo mundo já ouviu. Você o conhece como o Santo Graal.
So 4 grammar or 4 letters are taught to be Yahweh, the 4 letters of God. Yeah, Yhwh. However, when you dig a little deeper in the etymology of the word grammaton, it has actually a deeper root. And that root is 4 tetra, tetra, which is tetrahedron. Grammaton comes from the word gram or gravity. Weight, it refers to weight, gram, and the effect of gravity. And that's where the word gravity came from, grammaton. So now you have a word for God, okay, that has the structure of a tetrahedron generating a gravitational effect. And I thought, well, that I'm pushing it, right? I'm sure, this is kind of wild. But hey, then I look up what the heck is the tetragrammaton in Kabbalistic tradition. And I found that it is an isotropic vector metric in 2D. Here is typically in Kabbalistic tradition the way God is represented. It's represented as isotropic vector metric. Remember, 4 faces, 3, 2, 1. It's like one face of the isotropic vector metric. And each letters of the word God has a number that goes with it. In Kabbalistic tradition, that's very important. Now you got to realize that the Kabbalistic tradition are the oral tradition of the Druidic history. These traditions were not to be written. They were not even supposed to be talked about. Only initiates could learn about these knowledge. It was thought to be the nature of God that was revealed. And if you understood it, you could understand God. So I was thinking maybe the Kabbalistic tradition is the explanation of what the power source inside that box is. That bright object. Go ahead.
I would also mention I was good with KABBALAH.
Yes.
YAUH means singularity.
That's right. At the center of the Kabbalistic tradition is that crown that unfolds onto itself to infinity, describing singularity. So I was puzzled with this. I found that the Tetragrammaton, right, was actually generating the numbers. So each letter in the isotropic vector matrix is a number, and the Kabbalistic tradition tells you that the numbers are just as important as the letters. And so when you calculate the numbers, you get 72, which is the 72 names of God that's found in the Bible, or the 72 faces of God, right? So that all match. But this is a male God. We're missing half the equation again. Why is it that in many of these ancient civilizations, some of them we didn't have time to see today, we only have half of the code? Well, that would be because if you were an advanced civilization trying to put a code, embed a code in a not so advanced planetary system, you wouldn't want these people to be able to uncode or decode that code prior to being ready for that type of power. So you could code the code, or you could make the code only one polarity of it, like the male polarity of the code. And it wouldn't be until that civilization understood the balance between the male and female, understood the equality between the male and female, that they would be able to decode the code. And then that would mean that they were ready to do it. You guys follow what I just said? So basically, here you have to add the female god or goddess to the tetrahedron or to the isotropic vector metric. And if you did, you have the double of these numbers. And the result would be 72 plus 72, given 144, which is thought to be the number of ascension in the in Revelation. As well, in Revelation it says that the New Jerusalem is a crystal city with rainbows all around it. And that crystal city has faces of 144. There is exactly 144 faces on the outside of a 64 tetrahedron metric. Nice. I thought I was onto it. And so I kept on reading the Bible, and I got really interested now, you know. And I'm like, oh my God, this is all about the technology. This is all about Atlantis.